Welcome into the next to last edition of season 5 of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neil McCready, joined by, as always, by Greg Jones, LB's Meat Market there in Oxford, and Caroline McCready in Fayetteville, getting ready for. We'll talk about dance. Last time we talked, the college dance competition was hot and heavy. What was going on? We'll talk about that. We got stuff to get to. We got 2 games this week. Got a tough competition. We're separated by 1 game. You guys have picked 168 games so far this season, and we're down. Wow. You're separated by 1 game, as we have 3 games left. We've got the NFC Championship game, the AFC Championship game, and then in 2 weeks we've got the Super Bowl. That's it. There's 3 games, so it's down to crunch time. Greg, you got a 1-game lead. We'll talk about that in a minute.
I would have appreciated my 2-game lead if the kicker doesn't run out of the end zone.
Yep.
I mean, that's not scripted.
Yep. That one.
But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe the Undertaker or the Ultimate Warrior will run out, and
By the way, on that game, in case anybody's paying attention and gambling on this on the side, and if you are, seek help. Get help, betterhelp.com/MPW. Just sign up. Sign up today. If you're betting on this competition, go to betterhelp.com/MPW. You get 10% off. You're going to need more than that, but at least we'll get started on your psychological assistance. The Rams-Eagles game last year, the line was last week was 6 points. You had different sides of the line. I gave you both a win because the Eagles won by 6 points. So I didn't feel like doing all the draws and stuff. I just gave you both a win because the line was exactly right, and you both run different sides of the line. So in case anybody's wondering about the rules and how that played out, that's how it played out. Nobody got an advantage. It just was a tie.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the whole concept of being up 11 with 14 seconds left and you're kicking. Like, were they preventing them, like, running a punt back and getting an onside kick? And or they just knew the line was 9.5.
Could be.
They just ran out the end zone.
Might have just been lines. Yep. Could be.
Crazy.
Anyway, LB's Meat Market, 2008 University Avenue in Oxford. I was just in there earlier today getting some goods. There were a couple of gentlemen that were in there, I think, for the first time, and they learned about the freezer on the left. Get $2 off every time you get something out of the freezer. They've got everything that you could be looking for is in the freezer. They also have the fresh stuff right on the right. There's not really a lot of difference. The stuff that's in the freezer just got moved to the freezer. It was frozen. What do you call it? Sealed.
Vacuum sealed.
Vacuum sealed. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. And put in the freezer to make room for the stuff that just got cut. Speaking of just got cut, they have the freshest cuts of beef, pork, chicken. Had some seafood in there today. I got some seafood. There's
you ordered some seafood.
I ordered some crab meat through Greg. I mean, you can do that too. I literally texted him at 662-259-2999 and said, "Hey, can I get some crab meat?" And he said, "How much?" And I said, "I don't know, a couple pounds." And it was there. So that's how.
Tell him what you're going to do with the crab meat.
Yeah, so we're making West Indies salad, which was one of the things that we discovered when we lived in Mobile for years. Do you remember West Indies salad, Caroline?
No. What is that?
Okay, it's really simple. It's crab meat, onion. It's like a white vinegar. There might be another salt and pepper, maybe a little garlic powder. Not much. It's a really simple crab meat dish, and use it as you can have it as a salad, like on top of lettuce and stuff. It's best, in my opinion, on like a saltine. Or
is that what we had on Christmas? Like around Christmas time?
Yeah. Remember that? Yeah.
That's
and
good.
you put it on saltine or Ritz, put a little Tabasco on it. If you are like me and you like a little heat, it's just, we discovered it. People in Mobile had it all the time. It's a very common appetizer down there, and it's just phenomenal. One of my favorite things. Like if you told me I had a week to live, I'd probably have West Indies salad 4 or 5 of those days.
Oh, it sounds refreshing.
It is. It's excellent. It goes great with wine, beer, And obviously, you can have like a water if you're watching your alcoholic content. But if you're like watching the football games, a couple of beers, it's great. Wine, bourbon. I'm sure Laura has them with martinis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So all of that at LB's 662-259-2999. You can text in your order, you get 10% off. They had all the sausages, everything. Anything new this week, sausage wise, Greg?
So that chili sausage, I had a customer come in and he said that he tried the chili sausage and he put it in a stuffed piece of bread with cheese and some green onion and sour cream and put it in the oven. So it was just basically a chili stuffed bread. It sounded really good. So I did an Italian sausage, and then the spicy Hawaiian is always a club favorite. Jalapenos and pineapple.
Caroline, what's going on with dance and you guys this week? As you guys getting ready at?
We have 2 weeks until competition, so I feel like I've been living at the dance studio, but I've been making more money because I've had a lot of private lessons.
That's good.
It's good. They're getting there.
How are the routines coming along? You always say that they come together at the last minute.
Mm-hmm. They had dress rehearsal last week, and a miracle occurred. But the moms were in the room.
Well,
it's funny because the moms were doing the dance with them. You can tell like the moms have been very invested. They were like trying to help, but they were like dancing at the front. It's like all like the little moms, like their kids are 5 and 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun. They've been getting better. So
the last time we visited, we were talking about the college dance competition. I know that was big news here. The Ole Miss all-girls cheer team
they won.
They won the national title. What were some of the other results? Who stuck out? Who impressed you from the competition in Orlando last week?
Well, Ohio State messed up really bad their first go-around at prelims.
Oh, no. What happened?
wow.
They fell out of their turns, but there's like, if you do that, it's like you get so many points deducted and whatever. But then during finals, like that's all that's counted is the final score. And so Ohio State ended up winning. They beat Minnesota. Minnesota.
So in other words, they had adversity hit them and they rebounded through the adversity and won.
Minnesota has a boy on their team. And so they were doing a lift with the boy. He's tiny, but they dropped him. And so that was during finals, so they ended up losing. LSU was a lot of drama. They had umbrellas in their dance, which I don't know what they were thinking. So the umbrellas were like flipping.
Oh no, that's a malfunction waiting to happen.
Yeah, wow. So they got 6th place, and they normally get 1st.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. Ole Miss did good. They made it to semifinals, and then they didn't make it to finals. They were really good. Yeah, Arkansas did really well. And Arkansas was beating LSU going into semifinals, and they were beating Ole Miss.
That was their first time to compete at that, right? Arkansas, is that what you said? Okay, good for them. That's big achievement. Yeah.
Yeah. Minnesota won Palm. They beat Ohio State, but then Ohio State, those are the two that have the twin sisters.
Yeah. Did the sisters get emotional, or did they fight, or what?
Yeah, there was a sweet video of them because they're seniors.
Oh, okay.
And so that was their last time dancing. And on Minnesota, in their dance, one of the twins, she was like the lead. She was like in a different outfit than the rest of them. Yeah, it was good.
Were their parents there with like half Minnesota, half Ohio State shirts?
Yeah. I'm in a room full of dance people too. Yeah, she said they dress half and half.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other night I was watching a Utah Jazz, Oklahoma City Thunder game, and Jalen Williams, not the Arkansas Jalen Williams, the Santa Clara Jalen Williams plays for Oklahoma City, and his brother Cody is a rookie for the Utah Jazz, and they showed all the family, and they were wearing jerseys that were half Oklahoma City, half Utah. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a big weekend for those parents. Then that was like
there was a time because they did it based on how you were in the competition. So there was Minnesota went and then Ohio State went back to back, and so the parents just stayed because the parents get to watch in front and then you walk off. But that was probably fun for them.
Oh, I'm sure it was very exciting.
And the sisters. So yeah.
I remember when your last year at the Chargerettes, I was jacked. I was fired up. I was doing it with you guys. I was felt like I knew the routine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fine.
Speaking of LSU, Greg, Caroline's going to gymnastics tonight at what's it called?
Barnhill Arena.
Barnhill, the old basketball arena.
Oh, wow. Nice.
LSU and Arkansas, which means she's going to see probably the most famous.
Libby Dunny. What was her name?
Livy Dunn.
Libby Dunn.
Mm-hmm. Probably, with LSU.
That's awesome.
Livy Dunn has made more money through basically NIL than I bet she makes more money by herself in NIL than several Power 5.
Doesn't she have her own clothing company, like workout clothes, or like?
No, but she's the lead ambassador. She's the lead ambassador for Vori, which is what everybody wears now. Like if you go to the gym in any college town in America, everybody's wearing Vori.
Yeah, not me,
Caroline. Lots of
yeah. I still don't own any.
You don't?
No, like it's getting popular here.
I've got a lot of. There's Caroline's friends, and that's the red couch room.
This is the red couch room.
Red couch room.
The historic Caio house. That's the first. It's the first Caio house in America, right there, Greg.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Founding chapter.
Yep. It's a historic building.
Yep.
How old is that building?
It was built in like the early. When was it built?
Early 1900s.
Wow.
Early 1900s. She said. We were founded in 1895, but they didn't have a house. Obviously, they had to build one. And then they had construction, like they renovated it. But we're at the old part of the house still, so this has been here forever.
When you walk into the house, there's like this old staircase and stuff that they're not allowed to touch because it's historic.
Yeah,
I live on the old hallway, so my floor is extremely creaky. And I have a bunk, like my room has a bunk bed because it's so small.
Is it haunted?
I don't think so, but the people that live in the Tin Girl, they keep thinking that it's haunted. They've had experience with. It's just Jo Bell, our founder. She comes to visit at night.
And she's
people actually think so. But
Jo Bell is her name?
Yeah, and Mom Jan will have she'll have sensors that will go off at 3 a.m. in the house, but it's just a founder.
And the founder, to be clear, is no longer with us here,
right?
On Earth.
Okay. Yeah.
What my Uber driver last night, he was like, "Wait, are y'all Caios?" And I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "Well, my wife, her great grandmother, is one of our founders.
Oh,
her name's Elise.
Oh, wow, that's cool."
And he said that they have owls and Caio crap all over the house. And he said his 11-year-old daughter is she already knows that she's going to be a Caio one day. But yeah. Okay.
All right, Greg, your horse just ran in Hot Springs. How did he do?
Well, I was kind of explaining it to you today is like going to the Oxford Elementary and getting a group of 11 first graders and raising their hand and saying, "Hey, who wants to run in a straight line and get their picture taken?" So I don't think you'd get it doesn't. I don't think that would work real well. Maybe if you put chicken nuggets at the end of they probably run a little bit faster. But it was a disaster, and I'm just glad. I mean, it was a learning experience. I went with Sam Goodwin, who was a kind of a famous coach in Louisiana, and it was a real fun experience. We had a really good time, but it takes 100 things to go right to win a horse race, and I think 90 of the things went right, and the 10 things that you need to really go right didn't go our way. So this is what it is. Live another day.
This is why I love this show. I have no idea how long we've been talking. We have not even mentioned football, and I feel like we're just kind of catching up on.
I'm just saying, Hot Springs awesome. It's good to go. I mean, I stay at the Best Western. It's across the street. There's a bar 10 steps from the hotel, and it's a good time. And it's just I don't know. I'm very thankful to find the horses because they're my outlet in life, and it's cool to have something like that.
I like Hot Springs too. I was there. I wasn't there for a fun occasion. Campbell, when was this, Caroline? It was a couple of years ago. It was
her senior year, so 2 years ago. She had to go there to get her passport.
Yeah, I'll tell you when it was. It was the day that Ole Miss introduced Chris Beard as their head coach. They did it that afternoon.
It was my birthday.
It was your birthday, and I had to meet Carol Campbell in Hot Springs because she had
Her passport said the wrong birthday or something.
her passport said the wrong birthday, and she was flying for spring break to Mexico.
Like a week after, for senior year spring break, and it was like
total chaos. It was total chaos, and we assured Campbell that everything was going to be okay. She was going to get it. They told her she would get it. It might take all day, but she would get it. And so the night before, I was like, let's go out in Hot Springs. Let's have some fun. And it was fun, except she was so stressed out about the other that she couldn't allow herself to.
Yeah.
And it all worked out. But Hot Springs was kind of cool. Had some restaurants and stuff. Yeah.
It's a good weekend, like go, like get the family together and like maybe rent a place on Lake Hamilton and go to the racetrack or go to, just it's a cool
it's Hot Springs right there.
Has she gone to a race? Has she gone to a race before?
Have you?
Yeah, we have a box that my family's big into horse racing.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You never know what's going to happen on the Butcher versus the Dance Instructor. I remember you've gone to Lake Hamilton a few times, haven't you, Caroline? Since you've been in Arkansas? That's what I thought. Yeah.
It's beautiful out there.
All right. Well, let's get down to business, guys, boys and girls. We are down to 3 games. Last week, Greg, you went 3-2, which was good. Good news for you.
I mean, it could have been 4-1, but that's okay.
Yeah. Caroline went 4-1. Greg now is 83-85. Caroline's 82-86. 1 game back. In the event that we are tied at the end of this week, we will have to come up with some sort of a tiebreaker for the Super Bowl in the event that you both pick the same team. This competition's never been that close before. It's usually.
We could do that. The coin toss, the most bet thing at the Super Bowl. The coin toss.
Oh, we could bet on. We could just throw some things out there, like first team to score.
Oh yeah, what color Gatorade?
Gatorade color.
Yeah, that's always a good one.
Yep. How long the national anthem goes?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll start with this, Caroline. Since you won last week, your choice is you can either pick first or you can defer to hear who Greg picks. So we will start with the NFC Championship game. This is at 2:00 on Fox on Sunday. Both of these games are on Sunday. It's the Washington Commanders coming off of their upset over the Detroit Lions. They head to Philadelphia to face the Eagles. Washington is a 6-point underdog in Philly. So, Caroline, do you want to go first or do you want to defer?
I'm going to defer. I've never done that before, but I'll do it.
Caroline's going to defer, Greg, so the pressure is on you. We got Commanders +6 at Eagles. Winner goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's a weird game.
The Giants owner's just going to be tuned into this game. Saquon Barkley and the kid said to take trade up and get Daniels. So the Giants owner's going to be tuned into this game. I'm going to go with the Eagles. I think Saquon Barkley just somehow, some way, just takes this team and they win by 10 points.
All right, Caroline, he is going with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's going to lay 6 points in Philly against the Commanders. Yeah. There's a lot in this one. I mean, there's a lot in this game. You've got the Commanders with the rookie quarterback. They're playing great football. They beat Tampa. Now they beat Detroit. But you got the Eagles, this veteran team with Barkley. Yet Jalen Hurts, the quarterback, got banged up last week. Defensively, the Eagles are very good. There's just a lot here.
And she knows I'm going to take Buffalo. So
Division rivals. They've played each other twice. They split during the season.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Okay, both going Eagles. All right. All right, Greg. We go to the AFC Championship game. This is at 5:00, 5-ish. I think it'd be a little after 5 when they kick on CBS and Paramount Plus. It's the Buffalo Bills coming off of a dramatic win over the Baltimore Ravens. They face the Kansas City Chiefs, who are coming off a somewhat controversial win over the Houston Texans. The Bills, Greg, are a 1.5-point road underdog.
I mean, my mom's just going to have to be mad at me. I like Josh Allen a lot. I like the Buffalo Bills. I want the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. All right.
Like I want to say nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. All right, Caroline. I know that in where you live, you're about 3.5 hours from Kansas City. There's a lot of Chiefs fans there.
3 of my friends went. They spurred of the moment and drove to Kansas City last week and went to the game.
Oh, really?
That's awesome.
How about that? All right, so you got Greg's taking Buffalo, taking 1.5 along with the Bills against the 2-time defending world champion Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Wow. Okay, there we go. Drama. So
What's Patrick Mahomes' kid's name? Like bronze, silver, and turquoise.
I
I don't know.
He's weird. His wife's weird. All those people are weird, but
I saw him on there was a little clip of the post game and like him doing the interview, and they were over there playing. It was real cute. I thought that was a real good video. So that's why I'm back with that.
So either way, you're going to go into the AFC Championship game with a 1 game difference.
Wait, their kids are actually named Sterling, Bronze, and Golden.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that. I knew it was precious metals.
Oh, yeah. The names of all the children have a team of medals. That's weird. All
right, so if Buffalo wins, Greg, you're going to be the champion.
Yeah, I'm all for it.
If Kansas City wins, not only will most of the country be pissed off that the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl, but Caroline will have caught you, and we will go to Super Bowl Sunday deadlocked.
That would be entertaining for the show, though.
That would be most epic.
That would be epic. I mean, we would go to the Super Bowl with a dead heat.
Yeah.
You would both. Yeah, it's unbelievable. You would have the exact same record after all those games. We've never had that happen before.
It's like we scripted it.
I know.
It's like we scripted. Yeah. All right. So again, both Greg and Caroline taking Philadelphia, laying the 6 against Washington. Greg taking the Bills plus a 1.5. Caroline taking the Chiefs, laying the 1.5 in Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. No show next week because there's no game. And then we'll be back for our season finale, our Super Bowl show. We'll talk Super Bowl foods and stuff like we always do, and wrap up season 5 of the big show. So appreciate both of you. Don't forget 662-259-2999. Call that number, place an order. Text that number, place an order. Or you can always just stop into LB's. 2008 University Avenue, right across from Kroger in Oxford. Stop in and browse around, get what you want, and make LB's a part of your sports weekend. Got college basketball all day Saturday, and then we got the NFL, the championship games on Sunday. So make LB's a part of your weekend. Anything else, guys?
Nope.
Yeah, just trying to stay warm. It's cold.
It is cold. Yep. If you're looking for something to do tonight, if you hear this or see this before Friday night, you can head out to Oxford Middle School. The Chargers wrapping up the home portion of the regular season tonight against South Haven. I think the girls start at 5:30. Boys will start after that. Senior night festivities tonight. Kind of hard to believe that after all these years of soccer, it's coming to an end, but here we are. They're supposed to stay little, like your horse, Greg. They're supposed to stay young and rambunctious.
I couldn't imagine, having a child and going senior night for, I imagine that's a big, thing. Like you were talking about, with Caroline and the dance thing. It's just it's really cool to be a part of stuff like that. But yeah, that's awesome. I think I might have to make an appearance.
Okay, well, they'd love to have you at OHS. It's actually at the middle school. That's where the soccer stadium is. Maybe the nicest soccer field in all of Mississippi right there in Oxford. Brand new. Really cool for the Chargers and I guess Lady Chargers. So that does it for this edition of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. We'll be back in 2 weeks to wrap up the football season and season 5 of the show. For Greg, for Caroline, I'm Neil. Until next time, take care.